Longer hours of the rotational brownout are expected during the power crisis. Mon Jocson tells us why.
500 megawatts of power may not be utilized during the power crisis if the amendments in the interruptible load program will not be finalized. As of this time, the interruptible load program can give 907 megawatts of power. This is more than the 700 megawatts of power needed to mitigate the looming power crisis. But the 907 megawatt capacity will be lessened if the Energy Regulatory Commission will fail to amend the payment scheme for the contestable ILP participant. The ILP consists of two groups, the captive and the contestable participants. Captive participants are those under the franchise area of Meralco, while contestable participants are those under the Retail Electricity Supplier Association or RESA, which is not under Meralco.
Pero ngayon kung totohanan na at hindi malinaw na sila nga ay covered ng ILP, so mangangahulugan na maaaring hindi sila mabayaran ng insentibong pinoprovide sa kanila. So yun ang barrier para sila ay mahikayat na mag-participate.
As of this time, only the captive participants have an existing payment scheme.
And we can't say at the moment if we'll not be able to call on the contestable customers.
The problem is, more than 50% of the ILP come from the contestable members. The power reserve from the ILP will lose 500 megawatts if the amendments will not push through. The Retail Supplier Association said that their members will not allow their generators be used if they will not be paid.
The ILP can still be implemented but at the captive segment na lang, at its current form. So without the guidelines at the captive segment, with the guidelines with the retail segment.
The worst scenario is that if there is a deficit in reserve, the more chances of power outage. The Energy Department said the rule of thumb is 100 megawatts is equal to 1 hour rotational brownout. In conclusion, a 500 megawatt deficit means more hours of rotating power outage. But the ERC is confident that they can amend the ILP rules next week, even without waiting for the approval of the joint resolution. ERC clarified that even without the resolution, the interruptible load program can still be used. But one thing is for sure, consumers will pay for the additional costs. This coming Sunday, March 15, is the scheduled maintenance shutdown of the Malampaya gas facility. This will signal the start of the power crisis in Luzon. Mon Jocson reporting for Y News.